Hello and welcome to another general reading aimed at guiding you and me through the coming week. I'm Kat and this reading is for the week of October 27th. My goal here, as usual, is to give you some guidance and insight, maybe a path to walk that you'll be able to use when things come up in the coming week. And this week we're going to use the Dark Mansion Tarot and the Wychwood Oracle with Halloween and Samhain right around the corner. I think this is a fun deck to use, get in the spirit. I don't think this deck was created for Halloween, but it does have a certain kind of Halloween-y vibe to it with the artwork and whatnot. So let's pull these out of the way. There we go. And I'm struggling to shuffle these cards. They're massive. Okay, so we have position 1, which is energy. Position 2, which is opportunities. Push these over just a tad. And then position 3, which is outcomes, as always. So, as usual, this is not a reading for any one person specifically. It's a general reading meant for everyone. And there's themes, ideas, and messages in the cards that everyone can use to make sense of what's going on and decide how to respond and what to do. So let's take what works for you and don't worry about the rest. So let's flip this one over. Oh yeah, Knight of Wands. One of my favorite cards. If you remember last week, I think we started with the energy of the Eight of Wands and we talked about leading through experience and wisdom. And here we've got the energy of the Knight of Wands, where we're running off in search of new adventures, wanting to learn and experience things with like a competitive kind of energy. So instead of doing the actual leading, we're looking for the experiences and knowledge. We're off in search of things that really inspire and challenge us. We're inquisitive, we're full of energy, and we're wanting to charge ahead, just like we see the knight on the horse charging ahead. I personally think of the knights as being some of the most interesting and appealing cards just because of their spunky and high-spirited nature. So that's the energy. And now let's flip this one over for opportunities, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So this week is shaping up to be kind of a week of gaining knowledge and learning. So the pages are generally about new beginnings or the initial stages of a project or venture or something along those lines. I like to think of them as kind of the seed that gets planted in order to manifest something. You don't know how to do it yet, but we know that we want to do it. So if we're wanting to manifest something or bring something into being, and we've got the pentacles, we can assume that it's got something to do with our finances or a career, or maybe even something that's family related. And don't forget, we've got this high energy, this passionate, competitive energy from the knight that we can use to inspire us in this new opportunity. So I think regardless of what opportunity presents itself for the page, it's something that we probably feel quite strongly about. It's something that we want to do. We want to get our hands dirty and we want to get involved in the growing of it. Honestly, I see this as pretty exciting because it's not only something that we feel super passionate about, but it's a learning opportunity. It's a chance to build something. So let's move on with outcomes. And we have the Lovers. Now, I think some people see this card as being about lovers, people in a relationship and people who are romantic. And I'm not saying that it's not that way some of the time. But personally, I think there's more to this card. And if you look back historically into the tarot and meanings of the cards, it's represented much more than just simply romance. If you look at the image of this card, you see a couple with this woman over here looking from behind. It's easy to say or to assume that she's jealous or she's angry or she's, kind of holding maybe negative emotions towards this couple. But let's just imagine for a second that she represents a choice instead. So this guy here has to choose between the mind and the heart, maybe like an ethical choice. Maybe she's the one who has to make the choice between our rational mind and our emotions. So, maybe it's this guy that needs to make the choice, or maybe she's making the choice, So we've got a choice, and maybe it could be between good and bad. It could be ethical and unethical, maybe virtue and vice, head and heart, I don't know. Maybe it's about choosing the partner who's going to bring the most success, or is the wisest choice, like the best person to partner up with. So if we think of this as outcome, it might indicate that the outcome we want is based on what we choose and how we use this sort of wild energy and the opportunity to begin something new. Remember that the Page's Pentacles are about family and finance and career, and so our choices could affect that outcome. So food for thought, I guess, right? So let's grab the Oracle deck, and I'm using the Wychwood Oracle. And I bought this deck specifically to use with the Dark Mansion Tarot. I think they're really perfect together. Okay, so we have the Flame. When I see this, I think immediately of the passion of the Knight here. I think it's like the excitement that, like keeps you up at night. And so the choice or the outcome shouldn't only be the one that's right for you, but should also be the one that's going to like light metaphoric fire in you and be the thing that that keeps you up all night in a good way, because you're excited and you can't put it to rest. So there you go. I feel like this reading was pretty inspiring and exciting for this week. I hope you had fun and found things within this reading that you find inspiring. I hope to see you back here next weekend too. Click to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications for new videos. See ya.